You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Wine Down Wednesday with the Real Girls Wine, our 1 year anniversary edition of our podcast.
Yes.
So we are super, super excited. Please excuse my technical difficulties, but I'm super excited for this podcast. And I'll introduce myself. My name is Miana um, or Yana, and my beverage of choice tonight. I know Teresa about to frown on this, but it's high quality H2O in my Real Girls wine glass.
And I'm Teresa. I am the other part of Real Girls Wine. And tonight, after the day I've had, I'm having wine. So I am having a Gewürztraminer Riesling mix, which is delicious.
I'm Latrice, 1 year ambassador here at Real Girls Wine. One of two. And my drink of choice is water as well. It's all right. Thank you for the
Look, I've been drinking water all day. So, and today our special guest is, and today our special guest is Kat of Ladiiva Kreations. We're so happy to have you.
Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I don't have a glass because I was fighting with the bottle and I gave up. So, yeah, I tried. I was prepared, but the bottle didn't want to work.
So, what were you going to be having?
That's okay. Water is always good.
I thought I was going to have, I think it was porch swing, something. I found out about this wine during Thanksgiving with some friends. It was called porch swing. And yeah, my son wasn't here to open it for me. So the struggle was real. And I just looked at the bottle, put it back down and walked away.
Well, we are excited to have you. We have so many questions, but we're laid back, so we're going to just get into it. So, first, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and Ladiiva Kreations?
Okay, so my name is actually Catherine Williams, but everybody calls me Cat Williams because that's just easy to remember. And I'm a little bit taller than him, and I don't wreak as much havoc as he does. So that's my newest thing now.
It's a C and not a K. So
well, not a K, because honey, he's not gonna sue me. No, not today. But
on the road.
Yes, he is. I'm a mother of three awesome young adults. Yay, they're all young adults now. And I am officially an empty nester. So mommy can travel. Yeah, have camera, have passport, we'll leave. I've been a photographer for about 13 and a half, 14 years now. And started out just taking pictures of friends, family, and mainly kickball. I was out at kickball, had a little pawn shop camera, and was taking pictures of people. Randomly, somebody asked me, they would pay me to show up to a birthday party. And if I took pictures, I was like, you gonna pay me to do what? Oh, okay. I just wanted to be invited because, I wasn't always a part of the cool kids. So I was so excited. I was like, oh, I can go to the birthday party. And then it was like, no, honey, I want you to come take pictures. I was like, oh. But yeah, I'll take your money, honey. So
right.
that's initially how it started. And it's evolved over the years to doing boudoir photography, family storytelling, birth photography. So I'm just all around. Whatever allows me to tell a story is the type of photographs that I take. So
I know we've been friends for like a long time. So like I've watched the evolution of, your photography, and I'm telling you, get better and better and better. Like just when I think, I'm like, the way you capture people is just like unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, I agree. I haven't been privy to you long, However, I have been on your IG as well as on your site. And one thing I noticed is that you said that you merge the art of photography with personalized moments of joy, fun, relaxation, and self esteem boost. So I really like that part. Because, some people feel like, oh, I'm not photogenic. And then it takes that photographer to bring that out of them. So, what are some ways that you bring that out of people when you're photographing them?
I'm your personal hype man, hype woman. I'm going to, honey, you could come out in a trash bag and I'm going to tell you that you're the best thing on two legs that everybody ever seen. By the time you may come in nervous, my goal is to get you to relax, have fun. It's not about the actual taking of the photo or, it's not about the picture. It's about the experience. So I want you to have fun. I want you to leave saying, man, I had never felt that good in a long time, or I've never even felt that good before. I'm going to hype you up. So if it's from your shoes, I always tell people when I take pictures, I got to bless your shoes. I love shoes, so I'm always tell you, I'm going to bless your shoes. We got to take a picture from head to toe because, everybody likes to take these or just enough of the shirt. They don't want to do full body. You have a full, yeah, no, ma'am. We taking the full body. Yes. So we gonna bless the shoes, honey. Whatever you have on, we're gonna make you feel good in it, and that's the whole process of why it's an experience. I don't say we have photo shoots. I say we have photo experiences because when you leave, you're gonna have something to talk about.
So, Miss Cat, what was your why? Why did you get started? I know you said because you were offered, but is this your passion turn business? Was a hobby turn business?
It was more of a relaxation de-stressor turned business because unlike my 9 to 5, I still have my 9 to 5. I'm still have that because your girl need insurance because some of the little people I gave birth to are still on my insurance. I haven't kicked them off yet. So it was more of my passion and my why is giving people the experience, the love, and the attention that a lot of times we don't give ourselves.
Right.
So I give you what I probably would want for myself, which is attention and praise, showering people with praises and just capturing those moments. And a lot of times we don't, photography can also be a form of self-care. And a lot of people may not think of it that way, but that's a moment, 45 minutes, 90 minutes, depending on what it is, the type of photo experience we're doing, like boudoir. Boudoir, minimum. We're going to be together for 2 hours.
Wow.
So that's 2 hours of me playing your favorite music, having your favorite drinks. Now, not your alcoholic beverages. Now we'll give you non-alcoholic. Now, after we're finished, the libations will start flowing.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like might need a little bit of a libation.
No, we're not doing liquid courage. I'm your courage. That's what I'm there for.
Okay.
Honey, didn't I say I hype you up in a trash bag?
You did.
I will hype you up. You can have on remember the little bloomers we used to wear as little kids with the ruffles in the back? Honey, you can have that on. And I'm going to tell you, you're the best thing on two legs walking through the city. I promise you, you're going to enjoy it. And that's what I want to do. That's my why. Pouring back into people, because a lot of times you don't even realize, like, wow, I was missing that. And I like to just see people. I love to see the happiness and the joy that they have, because if I'm hype, your smile is contagious, then I'm gonna be happy when I leave. So it's an exchange of energy.
Yeah. Okay. So then we don't need that liquid courage because we got hype woman Cat on the scene.
No, because I don't want your eyes tight. Like when you take the birthday party pictures.
Yes, and my eyes are small.
And I'm like, stop. Open your eyes. They are open. Girl, no, they're not. Okay.
I'm a blinker. Whenever I'm taking pictures, I gotta always make sure I don't blink in between when I'm like trying to hold it together. So I always look awkward. But
That's why you hear click, 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 click. We know. We know. At some point, your eyes will open.
Yeah.
That's why you hear like a 4 or 5. Some people, what they call an overshooter because of blinkers. I'm like, oh, honey, I'm gonna get you one way or the other. They'll be open at some point.
so how did you decide? Okay, so we know you started off with parties, getting invited to do a party. So how did you extend that into the boudoir?
Recently, and I think I just took it down, or it's on my TikTok for sure. Telling a story of a couple. I decided, had 2 friends, and I was like, hey, I want to tell a story about a couple that was talking. He fakes proposed, and just take it all the way through till it was, congratulations, let's celebrate. And I stopped it right there. And then people were like, they were saying, oh wow, you do boudoir. I was like, I do what? That's like boudoir. It's like people, and were like people in their lingerie, or I was like, oh, okay, well, all right, let's try it. And then from there, I started doing it, and I had a few friends that volunteered, and I saw how it empowered them. A lot of people's like, oh, boudoir is not empowering. It is empowering because a lot of people like to hide in their clothes. And in boudoir, a lot of people's like, oh, they naked. No, boudoir is not naked. Boudoir is a sensuality. It's bringing out the sensual portions of yourself. I've had people do boudoir in robes, t-shirt, a button-up shirt, and they're not exposing a lot. And it's just allowing you to connect to that sensual side of you. Some people say the soft, feminine side of you, but men do it too. And men actually do boudoir shoots. A lot of them, we're so used to seeing the guys with no shirt, and they taking their pictures because they just left the gym. But these same guys are actually taking those type of photographs, and for them, it's just reiterating for them that, hey, I like looking at me. Because you can't expect anyone else to love your body until you can look at yourself. Because I tell people before they even start their boudoir sessions with me, I need you to go stand in the mirror and look at yourself every day and say a series of affirmations and look at yourself. Don't glance. Look at yourself, because that's what you're going to bring out when it's time to do your boudoir session. We're going to bring all that out, that and some more. And honey, with the right playlist, because you put your own playlist together, and I'm going to add a little bit to it. We're going to get you right.
So the one thing that I do like about your boudoir post is the pictures that I've seen is that you take women from small to the voluptuous woman and make them feel beautiful. Because in society, us voluptuous women, they don't consider us sexy because we aren't skinny. So I like that you take them and you make us feel beautiful in that. And the pictures always come out like fantastic from the ones that I've seen.
Yeah. I love for people to all body shapes, or my biggest thing I used to always say, the only person that's not photogenic is the invisible man. Heck, Dracula, I can take a picture of Dracula and make him look good. Okay.
Okay. Y'all heard that.
Size, this whole thing about size is like, oh, I don't really want to take pictures because of my size. I say, honey, my very first boudoir shoot in life, I had been shooting for a while, but I had never had the opportunity, because you have to, a boudoir photographer is like picking an OBGYN, honey. You need somebody comfortable because they're seeing you in your most intimate moment. Because,
Mhm.
they looking down here, I'm looking all at this, So, and I actually ended up doing mine at a photography conference in a class. It was our class, and another lady volunteered. And I was like, you know what? I guess I'll do it. And they put body paint all over me, black like reactive body paint.
Mm.
And I just stood there and I was like, I can't believe I just stood here in front of 5 people I just met 3 days ago. And they just take pictures of me with nothing but body paint
Body
on.
paint.
Wow.
Ooh.
But I
But
think that's a good
it was
thing.
plain.
I think that's a good thing because when you shoot people, you can say, I was where you are now and give your
Mhm.
experience. And that's probably another way to make them feel comfortable. What do you think?
Oh, it was a freeing moment. That's why some people during their boudoir experience, they may experience a moment of crying. Not
Mm.
because they're upset that they're doing something outside of the box. They're experiencing a moment of freedom. They're letting go their inhibitions, or they may have been holding on to stress in their body, and now they're finally letting it go in a moment where they built we could created a safe space. And in that safe space, you can just let it go. You don't have it. Your shoulders are still tight. You're relaxed. You're calm, and you're just loving on yourself, because that's what the boudoir moment is about. You're loving on yourself the entire time, because you wouldn't have scheduled it if you didn't love yourself, and you're giving yourself a present of self-care.
Mm.
Have you
You
ever
know,
done couples with the boudoir? I'm butchering it, but have you ever done couples?
Yeah, I've done couples. I like the couples are a little bit different. They're not the couples that I've shot, or the couples that I photographed.
Mhm.
It was more of the, I would say, sensual moments. I direct them to do certain things to get them, to get them flowing, which would be something as simple for anyone. Couples, you could do this now just between couples, is to literally sit and look at each other silent, look in each other's eyes, but you can't talk.
Mhm.
And you look at each other for 3 minutes in each other's eyes.
Wow.
And you both decompress each other. You do that, and then you have people move into different moments. Sometimes it's just, hey, take your hand, run it across her shoulder, or have the gentleman sit down and she sits in between his legs with her back to his chest, and just tell him, whisper to her the things that you love.
Hmm.
And the reactions of the couples is how you begin to tell that story. Because remember, even though I'm a boudoir photographer, I'm also a storyteller. So all the photos have to tell some type of story. And that's the story, is from beginning to end. I'm going to tell a story, and the couples, their stories are really beautiful. But because boudoir is post
Oh.
as many, I don't get to post as many pictures as you would normally get to see in a birthday shoot, or photo experience, or things, or graduations.
Hmm. It'd be nice for like Valentine's Day, just
Mhm.
idea.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Birthdays, or just because we're trying to
Mm.
keep the romance going.
The
It
just
sounds
because
like after you finish,
experiences.
it sounds like as a couple, when you finish, you ready to get home and
Right.
do a little bit more.
I'm a, I will always say, if by chance there's a baby after this, or
Mhm.
if there's no way to, if you're beyond that, just go home and practice making one. It's okay. I just want to do my part. That's all.
especially,
Yeah.
especially when you got them sitting at got the guy whispering sweet nothings like, tell her what you love about her. Say
Mhm.
what?
Okay, you might not make it home. You might be in the car.
Honey, depending on where the photo shoot is, I'm like, hi, the DoubleTree is down the way, Galveston is that way. Go to the beach.
Mhm.
Do
Mhm.
You
something a
might
little
want to
different.
book a room before the shoot.
Right.
You might not
Right.
make it home. So I know we talked about a lot of things as far as what your whys, why you got started, things about what you actually do with photography. But what's some advice that you can give someone who's just starting out? I know you said you kind of stumbled upon it by people inviting you in. What would be your advice to someone just starting out and this is what they actually want to do?
Personally, I feel you should find your photography community. And when I say find your photography community, just like you have Real Girls Wine, find your group so that you can go to meetups and meet other beginners or meet people that are intermediate. As network. Just get out and network. You don't have to do it alone. Now that was my biggest thing, was doing it alone. I was just experimenting, didn't know, honey, buying stuff. Just if I saw somebody with something or saw it online and it was on Amazon, I had so many boxes coming in here. My kids was like, "What are you doing?" And then I say, I just saw somebody with it, so I thought I needed it too. So find your community first. Even though you can go to what's called meetups, photo walks, those are so beneficial. That's like the best free tutorials you could ever ask for, because YouTube University is your friend,
It
but
is.
it's not your best friend.
Hmm.
Yeah, because sometimes you can get good advice, but then sometimes you can get some not so good advice because everybody want to be. The only thing about YouTube University, everybody is a professor,
Mhm.
but nobody really wants to be a student on there. Everybody like you go to pretend like you go there to be a student, but then you don't take it. You become something else. So it's like in wine, we'll always hear a lot of people like, "Oh, do this, do that," and they always have these do's and don'ts of wine, but I tell people it's based off your preference. You have to check your palate. What do you like? What do you know? Sometimes try something. We may not know what we like unless we try it. And I think that's about the same thing.
Yes. And once you do the photo walks and you start learning this, that, then it'll help you understand where to go on YouTube University. Because you have to get out and you have to meet people. Eventually, well, for the nature photographers, that's their goal, is to stay away from people. That's the introvert's paradise, is nature photography, because you don't have to deal with other people. But eventually the introverts have to come out and they're gonna have to meet somebody. And then for people like me, that's an extrovert, honey, I'm gonna talk to everybody at the photo walk, just randomly. Hi, how you doing? "Yeah, I like your shoes."
Which is weird because I think that I am, and Miana has known me the longest. I can be a introvert extrovert. That makes sense.
Oh,
Ambivert is
very much
what it
so.
is.
Yeah. I'm
Ambivert.
I could be that. So I like to be in the background and I'll do everything in the background. I'm gonna do but I don't want. I'm Russell Simmons. Miana is Martin Lawrence. That's how we do stuff. So because I'm just not. I don't have the. I don't like to really be in front, and I don't like to take a lot of pictures. If you ever pay attention to any of our events, you probably hardly ever see me in pictures.
Now
I
you
had
have to change
camera.
that.
I had from the camera. You can ask Latrice and Miana. I definitely had from the camera.
Well, I
No,
don't.
no, no.
I'm
We
front and center. Who taking the picture? Where? What? Let me put my lip gloss on. I'm ready.
Right. Yeah, I
That's
do.
See,
me
I'm
because I like capturing moments. You won't get those moments back. And, you know, when I'm old, I'm still going to be fly. But I want to see how I was fly in my 40s and 30s and 20s. So
I get a picture every now and then that you make me take.
look. Don't do
man,
that.
no.
Don't do that.
So you have to be in the pictures because just how Miana just said, those moments when you want to go back and see those moments, and it's gonna be where were you? I was right there. I was just on
Mhm.
the side of them. No, because your family's gonna want to go back and see it,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
then think about it from a different perspective. When we see archive photos, when they go back and say this person made a difference in this community, this person made a difference in this field, but then they only had like there's 3 pictures. If you go on Google, it's the same 3 pictures of this one person. And you're like, so you telling me in the age of, photographs, Polaroid, you telling me you
Mhm.
only found 3 pictures of this person, but they
Mhm.
made such no. You have to stop hiding from the camera. You have to.
Okay, well, Kat, we in the same city, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
don't
put.
worry. As soon as this
Yeah, look
flash
up
flood
for a
Noah's Ark
boudoir or
revenge.
Yeah, that sounds
some type of photo shoot. Get her out of that. So when we have our event shoot, she won't be camera shy. Because it's like
and
you were saying, Kat, it's so important about those pictures, especially with our relatives that are not here anymore. With
that's
those pictures, we get to go back, even though we have the memories, we can go back and look at those pictures that we took with them, that they took by themselves, that they took growing up. Prime example, I lost my grandfather a couple of years ago, but I can go back and look at the pictures when he was in his 20s or from his birthday parties that we threw. I can go back and look at those moments. And you have the memories, but it's nothing like a picture to actually look at the face and just go back to that day that you took that picture and remember all of that. So that's why picture taking is important to me. And I'm gonna stay on her about taking pictures. So
I
Oh,
take
oh,
one.
oh, I
I
didn't
take
see.
one
I
or
didn't
two.
know this about her with this picture taking. So, I guess it's a good time to say that I'm dropping a model call tomorrow because it's time
okay.
to update. It's time to update some of the photography that I've been doing, and I'm going to finish out a photo series. That's the second half of this series. I'm going to finish that out because
Hmm.
this was featured last year at Project Row. I was part of a art mentorship program, and this particular series was on display for 2.5 months. It went from February to the end of April. So I want to do the second half. This was featuring cognac and cigars. I know that's
Oh, that
near
would
and
have
dear
been
to y'all
perfect for
heart.
Okay.
me.
You listening,
I know that's
Teresa?
near and dear to y'all heart. This was cognac and cigars.
Mhm.
So we're gonna do the wine series with a lady. So
Mm,
it's the same concept,
mm.
but we're gonna switch the
Oh,
person out. So
with
I'm gonna be
the lady,
dropping that model
Teresa.
call. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it seems as though we found our model. Congratulations.
Okay.
And you said you needed a real girl wine photo shoot anyway. So
That's true.
what say you?
Did you think she got quiet? She's like, y'all play too much.
This not the time to be quiet. This is a podcast. You're supposed to be talking.
She sips and she sips.
Kat,
So she
I will
got
be
her
a
palette
model.
together. So now she can say yes.
All
I
right.
did. I just said
She
it. I
said she
will
just
be a
Oh,
said
okay.
it.
model.
Well, say it again so I can hear it in my good ear.
I said it. Go back and watch the recording later.
That's okay. That's okay. Kat confirmed it that you said yes. That's all I'm worried about.
So
I
I got you. I got
okay.
Just
You
drink
got
more water.
this, girl.
And it's funny because like all my whole Real Girls One, all of them, they are the most photogenic ladies that I mean, whether I see Latrice out taking pictures, She takes good pictures. Miana take good pictures. Keisha take good pictures. I feel like whenever I see my pictures, I look so awkward in my pictures. Like I always look awkward.
That's all in your mind.
Let me tap the screen right quick, ma'am, because
Fancy you
you
like.
in timeout. You in a 100% timeout, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna join you. We're gonna both go get in the corner together. Okay, I'm taking you with me. The most critical person about a picture is the person that's in the picture.
Mm.
You'll see things that nobody else even knew about.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, even with me being a photographer, I'll be like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna take the picture down. But then I thought about it, I was like, I don't think nobody else gonna notice that but me, because I'm the one that it's me. But a lot of times you're critiquing yourself when there's no need to critique yourself. Especially when people walked up to you, oh, you're so beautiful, or people will walk up and compliment your shirt, your outfit, and here you go. You done already took a selfie about 15 minutes before, and you over here fussing over that picture, and somebody else telling you how cute you look. So that's a mental block that, in general, it's not just you. I do it. Others, not everybody gonna admit that they do it. I
I
admit it
do it.
because
I can admit it. I do it as well. And Teresa know that because she'll be like, that picture is cute. And I'm like, no, because I can admit this. I have a problem with my hyperpigmentation. So I tend to wear makeup, and usually people are like, oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so that. And it's not that I don't think I'm pretty, it's just that I know that I have that hyperpigmentation. So instead of focusing on the rest of my face, I focus on that one little spot.
Prime
So
example. Yeah, prime example. I on her birthday, we were on the phone on FaceTime, and she hadn't even put her makeup on. And I captured 2 pictures of her on FaceTime that I took. That she looked absolutely gorgeous before she put her makeup on. And I was like, she was like, I was like, but you look gorgeous. Look how beautiful you look, natural, even before you put your makeup on. But like she said, we see, like you all said, we see what we want to see. Because like I took a picture in this red dress. Now, don't get me wrong. I thought I looked great in the red dress. I'm not doubting that. But it was like one picture that I took, and I felt like I was like leaning forward in the picture. So to me, I didn't really like the picture, but it got a lot of likes. And I was like, I feel like I'm looking like I'm leaning forward or doing something weird with my hands. But I don't know. I think I got likes for other reasons because the dress was cut very low.
it was for all of the above. It's not just that, but like that's a prime example of us being so critical of ourselves and focusing in on one thing, in the picture, when the picture is a beautiful picture, but we so busy, trying to strive for perfection, we, looking for something wrong.
and see
So
that's
that's why
why.
it's good to have people in your corner that remind you how you are and how wonderful you are, so you don't get caught up on one little blemish or whatever.
Now you understand why I say I'm your personal hype man. To
Yeah.
keep
You're
you from
doing a
not
great
focusing
job.
on those all those little things. If I leave you to yourself, honey, that's gonna be the most painful photo experience in your life compared to, oh, turn. Yes. All right. All right. Give me a sexy leg. All right. Stick that leg out a little bit more. All right. Arch your back. Stick your girls out. Sit up. Chin up. There we
I'm
go.
ready.
Okay.
Look, she got us all over here like.
And those little things of people saying that stuff to you, it's like, wow. And then again, daily affirmations right before your photo experience. Get those daily affirmations going, honey. By the time you walk in, you can't tell me nothing.
Okay.
Tyra, who? Naomi, who? Baby, they can't touch me. Takara, who?
Put me with Takara because we thick.
Like Takara, who? No, honey, no.
So can I have a question? Well, I'm just over talking. Latrice, you got a question?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. So let's talk. So when we get back to talking about like starting for people who are getting into photography, tell them like how um to get started, like equipment wise, because we never talk about like, you know, people will be like, oh, like I was helping my mom today and she was like, oh yeah, I got this Polaroid. And then you have people that get like, give them like low end, like if you're starting, you can get this. And this will be good for you to get started, because a lot of times people go out and they think because they get like a Canon, whatever, that they think that's going to capture those moments. And then they
Mm.
find out later that they're wasting money. So teach people, give some people some advice on how not to waste money.
First, if you are literally just starting out, you have no, and when I say no experience, I suggest I'm Team Canon. There's a lot of uh, companies out there, Team Nikon, Team Sony,
Mhm.
Fuji, but I'm Team Canon. I had a Sony once and I left, and I bought it from the pawn shop. I tell people, if you want to save money and start from the bottom, go to a pawn shop or buy your camera used.
Mm.
And entry level, I think they have a Canon T7. I think they're to a T7 now. But buy you a entry level, or you could buy a Canon M50D. Yeah, it's also a blogger camera. So this is a little small camera that you can take places. And if you can, find a free entry level class to teach you. A lot of
Okay.
people don't want to, oh, I don't want to pay for classes. Sometimes it's okay. I paid to go to the community college. I went to Houston Community College. I took an entry level course there. And it was so funny because the instructor was like, why are you in here? I was like, because I don't know how to shoot in manual. And also, as a beginning photographer, don't let anyone tell you that you're not a good photographer if you can't shoot in manual. That's like a real huge thing. It's like, oh, if you can't shoot in manual, you're not good. Because there you have what's called automatic, like a car. And then
Mm-hmm.
you have manual, like a car.
Okay.
And along some of my best work that I was submitting and things of that nature, many people didn't even know. I was still shooting in automatic. I didn't even know what manual was, because this somebody was trying to tell me something. I was like, do what? Huh? Until I went to school. I literally went to school. There are photography conferences. Once you save up enough money, find a photography conference for beginners. Attend that. It you have to, if you're going at it as a hobby, then I would just say go to photo walks, but find a class. Eventbrite has everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
Eventbrite
does.
is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You can find any and everything dang near for free or little to no money on Eventbrite. If you're wanting to take your photography further, that's when you start going to the photography conferences and going to photography intensive. Because that's what I did last year. I went to a photography intensive, um, and honey, it's not for the faint of heart. So you have to, once you start getting further along with it, you're going to have to develop tough skin. And it, like I say, it's not for the faint of heart when you get to critiques, and it's a lot. But beginners, just get an entry level camera. Be ready to spend about, if you go to the pawn shop, you'll probably be about $200-300 at the most. If you're going over to Sam's, Best Buy, Autorama, and price compare, please. Please price compare. Don't just go out and say, because I know it's about that time of the year, you have two sets of people that get cameras. One set get them for Christmas, the other set get them for income tax.
Mm-hmm.
Before you go and buy this camera, charging up your credit cards or opening up a new credit line, ask yourself, Is this going to be a hobby and strictly a hobby? Set your budget according to what you are wanting to do. That's just like telling somebody, I want to start a business. Okay, go get an LLC. No. Did you write a business plan out first? Did you research the market? The same thing with a camera. Understand exactly what it is that you're wanting to do. And then from there, like I said, what do you want to do with this camera? Is it a hobby? Do I want to capture my family, friends? If that's what you're starting off with, don't go buy $1,000 camera. Because that $1,000 camera is going to start collecting dust in about 18 months because you don't know how to use it.
Well,
Because it's complicated. You're like, well, they said it was the newest thing, and I looked it up, and it had good ratings. Yeah, but can you use it? Because guess what? A camera does not take awesome pictures. It's the person behind the camera. What do you see? Do you have the eye for it? Everybody can't be a hairstylist. Just because I know how to put color on my hair and apply it doesn't mean I'm doing it right. And it doesn't mean that I'm not applying it in a way that's going to pull all my hair out later. That's a color specialist. Same thing with your camera. Oh, well, I mean, I take good pictures with my cell phone.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, cell phone photography is coming up.
Yeah.
People are doing full movies with cell phones.
Yeah. Blogging and on YouTube and
So
you can't tell me I'm not a photographer with my camera. My pictures be hit.
But then there are people that are great at photography and they haven't taken it to the next step, or they're scared. Because that's the other person. You've been taking good pictures with your phone. You went and bought your entry-level camera. You have awesome pictures, but you're scared to go a little further and learn more. You'll watch YouTube University and you probably can put all the stuff that you saw into action, because I'm a hands-on learner. So either way I go, I'm going to somebody's class in person. But you won't take it further. Sis, jump, go further.
But I think that's a lot of people. I think a lot of people do that, like in business, or just in life. A lot of times, like we can have, like I can have everything written down and all of that, and then sometimes because I struggle with perfectionism, like I'm always like, I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna wait, and I need to go back and read, and then I'm reading and I'm reading and reading over things. And I mean, 3 of us on here are Tauruses. But so we kind of understand that, like, we are going to go back and try to, we're going to get everything instead of sometimes just jumping out there. So, I think it's just sometimes, it's scared, but sometimes we're just overly cautious. I like to use that.
Yeah. We're those people, we'll put our big toe in the water, but we're not going to actually walk out into the water. That's the type of, when they say you need to jump.
You gotta
find and the only reason why I can say that about you need to jump is because this is a product, a jump. Because I submitted the application, and I was like, I want to be in this program, but I don't know if I have the work. I don't have enough art to submit. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna accept me. And I was like, okay, I'm scarily, cautiously. I did it. And it was like, okay, you're accepted, huh? So I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get assigned a mentor, and you'll be in a program for a year before the actual art show.
Wow.
So it's more of the jumping. We always wonder if there's gonna be a safety net to catch us. Sometimes there is, and sometimes there isn't. but there's always a lesson in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing with future photographers, future videographers, those of you taking that step when you're on the way to Best Buy to make that purchase of that camera, and you saying, hey, I know I want to be a photographer. Go for it. If that's
So we
where your
talked,
heart is, go for it.
right. So we talked about some of the do's. What are some of the don'ts?
Okay, yeah, we don't have enough time for them because I done did all the don'ts. When I say I done did them all, I done did them all. Don't keep buying the newest whatever that came out.
Mm.
Yeah, like I did that for Christmas. Yeah, so don't get caught up in defending your work. Your
Ooh.
artistic style is your artistic style. Don't believe that everybody who has something to say is truly an expert
Mm.
to give you information about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go at it alone. Again, find your community. And last but not least, don't doubt the gift that you've been given, and don't
Wow.
sit on it.
Those are some
That's
good
my don'ts.
That's
and the
good.
fun, like those don'ts can apply to every aspect of our lives.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Man,
It's
okay,
it,
I should have been writing those down.
I
Like
know,
those.
right? I'm like, you looking for a pen?
Look, we
okay.
can go look at the recording again because
Yeah,
he
I'm not-
definitely dropped some
What was it?
nuggets.
Don't buy the newest thing that comes out.
Mm.
Don't doubt you. Well, that was at the end, but don't doubt yourself. Don't sit
Mhm.
on your gift. Don't allow others to critique the gift that you've been given when they may not actually be an expert in that field.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And I knew it was one more doubt I forgot. And don't always take everything to heart, because sometimes people tell you and say things to you and about your work because they can't do what you do.
Yourself. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So they want to create some type of doubt in you because they
Mhm.
can't do it, or because they didn't think of it first.
A lot of that is they didn't think of it first, and then there are also people that see where you're going before you even know how far you're going.
Right.
Mm.
So if I slow you down because I kind of got an idea where I think you're going, I'm gonna try to beat you to the end before you get there.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
come on, somebody.
the reason why I say that is because I've experienced that. I had someone tell me, because part of my why, and I didn't say this earlier in the broadcast, a part of my why is that I want to provide, even though it's profitable, but I want to provide affordable photography, because everybody can't afford but should have access to. A lot of times we preach, give access to the community, give access to our community. But at the same time, yes, photography is a luxury. It's a luxury experience. But I wanted to ensure that people had the ability to be able to have a photo experience, even if I was the low end photographer. And I remember someone telling me, well, honey, I'm not the mentor for you when it comes to business, because I teach people to make money, and you need to run a nonprofit.
Ooh.
Because I want to make it affordable.
Because
And
we're
that
in the
hurt me. That when I tell y'all I was in the dumps, I must have been in the dumps for like a year, because I couldn't understand why anybody would tell somebody to make take something that I want to make affordable for other people. I say, y'all, I don't see y'all telling Kia not to make affordable cars when there's Mercedes Benz and when there's Toyota.
Because it's a market for everybody. It's a market.
Exactly.
Right. And see, that hurt me to my core. But then I would see, a few months down the line that this person went and offered something that they made it affordable for Christmas because everybody should have Christmas pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I know you lying. I know you lying. I was like, in here humming Negro spirituals trying to calm down. I was like, you just told me a few months ago. And here you come. That's why I said sometimes people see where you're going before you get there. So they're going to try to beat you to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be mindful of who you're speaking to, what they're speaking into you, and don't judge the spirit by the spirit. I'm just going to call it like it is. Judge the spirit by the spirit. Everything that somebody says into you or towards you is not, you don't have to accept it. You can do, as the old people say, in one ear, out the other.
Or as they say too, is you take the meat and leave the bones. Whatever you need out of it, you take it and you get it. Because we get advice all the time about this. And our team, though, they'll come with ideas. And I'm like, oh, that was a good idea. And we add it in. We never turn down like we just we figure out how to put it in our schedule, so. But and we have a good team. I can say that. I appreciate all of them for all the hard work that they do in our events and stuff. And
oh yeah, y'all have events for days. I'll be like, oh, they have another one. Oh, I have something going on. I'm like, eventually I'm gonna make one.
Well, we're expanding into Houston, so I'm getting that together now. So you'll be able to attend some stuff here.
Yay!
Yeah, so you'll be able to attend some stuff here. So we're getting it together, and you'll be able to come in because you were supposed to shoot. So Latrice, she was gonna go with us when we went to Wisconsin before before COVID happened. We had like 50, almost 60 people going with us to Wisconsin for an overnight wine tour.
Okay.
And Kat was signed up to go with us, and she was going to take the pictures as that day as well. And she was going to capture the moment. But COVID happened, and we ended up which has created a lot for our business. We ended up refunding everybody back, even though we lost money. Because like we had the hotel deposits and other deposits that we lost. But at that time, because of how COVID was going, me and Miana thought it would be a good gesture to give everybody their money back rather than saying we'll hold it until the world open, because we didn't know when it was going to open.
Yeah, they shut down.
It took almost a year and a half before we were fully back up and running. So, but so Kat was going to take our pictures back then. We were excited and ready. So, but so I'm quite sure she'll capture us sometime.
Absolutely, because I'm ready for my close up.
Hey, smile, honey. Yes, all right, sir. All right.
Hey, my Yosha. Just saying hello to our supporters and then one of our ambassadors.
So, so we look forward. I look forward to volunteering for your.
Yeah, you heard.
Come on, say it with some enthusiasm now. Say it with some enthusiasm.
I did. I was enthused.
She got too relaxed. So just her saying yes, we good. We're gonna hold it to it.
You got the rest. You got the rest.
As soon as Noah's Ark stop, we're gonna be ready.
It's gonna be raining all week.
It's raining here too. Yeah. Well, you could do a rain photo shoot. You the professional.
I actually want to do one of those, but I need to call my favorite photography bestie / photo cousin. Will have to come up from Florida for that one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what is your? I like some photographers love like black and white, some like portraits, So what is your like your niche or your not your preference, but what do you really, really enjoy for our shooting?
Black and white. My entire apartment is full of black and white photos.
Okay.
And I have like a series of photos of just my friends that I've took portraits or headshots of them, and they're in my living room.
Mm.
But I love, and now that my son, my youngest son, bought me a film camera, so he bought that for me for Christmas, and I've been buying nothing but black and white film. I haven't bought any color film for that thing yet, and I've just been taking pictures in black and white. I think black and white forces you to look longer, focus more, and it just gives you one of those moments where it's like, I wonder what color they had on. I wonder what color that was. It just, to me, it grabs your attention. Don't get me wrong, I love loud colors, loud, bright, scream at you, but that black and white just brings you in because it's timeless.
Yeah, it's like
It reminds me of Love Jones when Darius took the pictures.
Oh yeah, Neil.
Yeah. I'm trying to find me, hey, if anybody, uncle, brother, cousin,
And he still
you know, if you want to reenact Love Jones, contact your girl at contact that LadiivaCreations.com.
That's Cat with the C.
I'm just saying. No, but I think about Love Jones and then the movie The Photograph.
Oh yeah.
When she found her mom's
yes.
photos and they ended up putting them on display. That's one of my things I used to always say. It's like, I had one of my friends laughing. I said, when I die, I said, I don't want y'all put me in no clouds and y'all better not wear them shirts. But what I do want you to do, y'all know about them shirts. I can't stand them shirts, y'all. I can't. I said, but what I would want is to make sure that you go through all my pictures, find the best ones, and set them up as a gallery showing. I said, that's the best way to remember me. I said, don't waste that money. I said, don't waste no money on a big drawn out funeral. I said, burn your girl up, have a crawfish and seafood boil, and put the pictures out. Do a gallery showing and have a good old Southeast Texas Southern style seafood boil. That's all I want. I want to be able to have all my pictures on display. That's what has been my dream, is to have a one-woman show of my best photos. But if I'm dead before it happened, it'll happen at that point. Yeah.
What we're gonna say is gonna happen before you're dead.
I received that, but that's part of the funeral arrangements.
Wow. Well, that's been a lot of good information. Kat, we want to thank you. We're going to let you tell everybody where to find out more about your services. If they're in the Houston area and want to have your services, tell them what you offer and where they can find you at.
All right, so let's go. All right, remember, my name is Kat Williams. That is CAT, not KAT. Kat Williams, and I'm at Ladiiva Kreations. That's LADIIVA. Kreations is spelled with the K. And I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Ladiiva Kreations. I am also able to meet you I live in Houston, but I can meet you in New Orleans. I can meet you in Atlanta. And if you want me to meet you out the country, I have a passport and can travel. I will follow you. Now, what type of photography experiences do I offer? Well, let's start from the beginning of life. That is first Fresh 48. That is, you just had your baby. I come out, and in the first 48 hours of you bonding with your baby and family, I come out and take pictures of you all bonding together. Now, if you are one of those families that are a little bit more open, I can actually do birth photography. I'm actually certified as a birth photographer, which means so in the process of having the baby, the labor and birthing process, I can do those photos also. So then we move along in life. It's your birthday. Hey, let's do a birthday shoot, photo experience. Yes, I got you for your birthday. Then you graduate. That is, if you're graduating from kindergarten, eighth grade, 12th grade, college, and every other degree, even a certificate, honey, you need to deserve, and you deserve to celebrate yourself. So we can do a celebratory photo experience graduation style. And then there's my heart and my love boudoir photography. And it's not just for women, it's for men and it's for couples. So you want to have a sensual moment with just me, you, and the camera? I got you covered. And finally, if you just want me to come hang out with you and your family for a full day, which is called a complete family experience, I come out and I take photo journalistic style images of you and your family. That is, you interacting from the time that you wake up until the time that you go to sleep. And I offer that for you too. So again, I'm Kat Williams of Ladiiva Creations Photography.
All right, Kat. Well, we
Okay, we
thank
had a
you.
whole commercial. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna have to snip that and post that for you,
Okay,
Kat.
come on, Kat.
I'm definitely gonna have to go snip that. That was
I
awesome.
loved it.
We want to thank you. We're missing our other. We have one of our ambassadors. She's on. That's Mo, and then our other ambassador, Keisha. We missed you tonight, Keisha.
Oh,
Keisha and Mo.
So we just want to thank you again. We'll be posting and sharing all about Ladiiva Creations Photography so that people can find you. And I think that's all we have for today. Anybody else?
That's it.
No, just thank you, thank you, thank you. I really enjoyed our first show of 2024, our first podcast
Yes.
of 2024. You made it exciting. So thank you. This has been awesome. You set the bar high. So y'all better come on with it, whoever coming next. So I'll let Teresa go through that.
Yes. So next month we're having a young lady who she's a caterer, and we're looking forward to talk to her. She did the catering for our house and mimosas that we had brunch. So we're looking forward to having her. Jillian, she's a chef, she's a nurse, she's a mother, she's a wife. So we're looking forward to having her. We have events coming up. We're going to Detroit. We're doing California going in October, and then we'll have some things in between. So just stay tuned. Follow us on all social media outlets at Real Girls Wine, and we'll be expanding to Houston. So be looking out for Houston. We also have our wine tour that's going out of the country to Italy. It's currently was supposed to be in May, but it's getting changed to October, I think. I'll know the date soon. So we hope to see some of you there. Again, you can find out all about all of our events on Real Girls Wine and be looking out for what we have to come.
Yep. So thank you for the people that tuned in. Continue to support us. We truly appreciate it. This is just a avenue for us to stay connected with, everybody, and just have talks about wine and other things that affect our lives. So thank you for tuning in, guys.
And everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.